There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM. With even more exclusive content, with over 150 channels in your vehicle, including the widest, deepest variety of music, ad-free. Root for your team. Get news. Listen to whatever makes you laugh. And hear all about your favorite stars. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels filled with music and enjoy a favorite shows with SiriusXM Video. Thousands of hours of shows and performances on demand. What you love is on now.
So for some of you home audiophile enthusiasts out there, the name Nakamichi might bring you back. I mean, they were kind of on top of things back in the day. Well, guess what? They are certainly back in car audio. And in fact, in source units, they're kind of making a ruckus. Today, we've got the product experts over at AutoMob, both Steve Coulombe and Phil Cameron, joining us today to go over the entire line that Nakamichi has to offer in the source unit category. And we'll see what other new goodies they have coming down the pipe. This is CMA Showcase presented by SiriusXM. Nakamichi, and it starts now. Hey, what's going on, guys? And thanks for tuning in to another CMA Showcase right here on CMA Networks, presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu, and we are kind of finalizing our sessions that are all about source units, and we're ended up on a brand that means a lot to a lot of people. I know for me, I was a little bit of a audiophile buff in two-channel stereo. Nakamichi was a big name, especially for their CD players and their transports, but they came back to car audio a couple years ago, and I think in the last 2 years, they've certainly made some noise. I mean, I remember when they first came out with a couple base model source units, and then I went to the website, and holy cow, this brand has absolutely grown and flourished. And driving that growth, especially here in Canada, is, of course, their distributor, Automobility. So we're going to get them in the studio today, and we're going to find out what is ticking over at Nakamichi that has everybody up in a stir. So let's go ahead and go to the studios at Automob in Montreal, where our good friends Steve Coulombe and Phil Cameron are standing by. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Ben.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. So Nakamichi, this is actually the first time on CMA Networks that we're actually going to be kind of discovering this product. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting an understanding as to who Nakamichi Car Audio is today, what it means to Canadian dealers, and also the lineup that we're going to present. So the first and foremost, it's got a pretty deep offering. We're not talking about one or two different models here. We're talking about a full line. Steve, can you kind of give us or bring us back up to date with what is the deal with the Nakamichi brand when it comes to source units?
Well, like you said, I mean, it goes back to 2018. They got back in the mobile car audio more intensively. We, Automob, were looking for a good partner for head units since, it's been a couple of years. And when we met with them at CES, I believe in 2019, it started there. We started bringing in some models, adding more to the lineup as the years are moving forward. We're very impressed with what we have on hand. Quality product that, meets with the Nakamichi name, right?
Absolutely. And I'm going to be the first to say. I'm probably not the first to say it. I think it's obvious for a lot of people. These last 2 years have kind of been, well, let's call it strange. This is the only way I could say it. This category, had some challenges, and sometimes it's about timing, isn't it, Phil?
Oh yeah, timing was actually very good for us. We were fortunate enough that this deal has been in the works for a little bit before the pandemic hit, and right when everybody else was experiencing stock issues, we had plenty of stock. The product is reliable, the product works very, very good, and it's a name that So we definitely got lucky, but
timing was key.
Yeah, timing was key. But what the most important part is? Dealers got a chance to to order it, to install
Yes.
it, to try it, and get some feedback. And obviously, that feedback has been pretty positive. Now, I did a little bit of research, like I always do, and I went to the website, like I mentioned, and holy cow, there was way more there than I expected. But maybe you could, Steve, help us understand exactly what the layout is as far as the offering in Canada is concerned.
Well, yes. Today we're going to present pretty much the offering, the product in Canada, the product offering in Canada. Sorry. So when you go on the website, you have all those models that are available. This is the corporate website, international website. So yes, you will see a lot of models. We have 10 products available here in Canada that meets all the needs in every category, from double din, single din. So
amazing.
That's what we're going to cover today.
Okay, good. That's good for clarity. And last but not least, Phil, can you help us understand what we're going to learn exactly about today and what is in the plan for today's presentation?
All right, for sure. Like you guys mentioned, Nakamichi offers pardon my French here, a shit ton of products, right? So we're going to go over the full line of product that you will be seeing available here in Canada, starting from the double dins all the way down to the single dins. And we have every single model available here in stock, and we're going to demo it. So we're going to show you physical product. We're going to give you a brief description of what it can do. We're going to give you a product demo. If you've never seen the product in hand, or you're just rediscovering Nakamichi, we'll show you what the head units look like. We'll show you how they operate and stuff like that. And I was not supposed to say, but towards the end, I think we can work out a sneak peek to an upcoming product. He's probably giving me.
I love the look on Steve's face right now.
All right,
so guys, that wasn't in the plan. But hey, Phil, if you got something up your sleeve, we'll definitely hold you to that. All right. So we're doing a whole overview. I know you guys have prepared really well for this to show, and it's important because it's one thing to see an image, right, on a website or in a presentation, but if you can show us a little bit of the functionality, the pushing buttons and the lights, I think that makes a big difference. So without further ado, go ahead and set you up, guys. I know this is kind of a blend of a presentation and demo, so let's give you the mic, as we say. We'll go ahead and put up the presentation for you. Now, last but not least, one thing I wanted to mention, Phil, that you didn't mention is I understand you're also doing an application demo. There's an application involved.
For sure. This is actually pretty cool. You'll see towards the end. So we're keeping all the good stuff towards the end.
All right. Well, pay attention, guys. You're locked in. This is Nakamichi with the team from Automob. Steve, Phil, please take it away.
Yeah, we're going to start over with this is the most complete unit, the NA6605. This one pretty much is part of the double din DVD receivers. So we're going to pretty much separate them in 4 categories. This unit has pretty much everything that everyone needs. So starting off with the DVD player, you have a full 6.75 capacitive panel screen. Phil showing you the box right now. Very nice package as well. It has CarPlay, Android Auto, wired on this model. That also provides charging at the same time. And
so what we're going to do, pardon me for interrupting, Steve, is it's one thing to talk about it. Let's show you guys what's in the box. You guys saw the box. We really want to see what's in there. But the first thing I want to point out here is this yellow sticker that's pretty bright. This is always check for firmware update, right? This is the stuff that we all do as tech. If you guys could see my face, I'm making the no sign, but just a little reminder to do firmware update. So first thing that we will get, our install guide. So we will only refer to this when stuff doesn't work, because who has time to read, correct? This is humor, by the way. Trim piece that goes around the deck. Here we got the wiring and the remote control. The head unit does come with an external remote control to make it handy to control it. And we have the head unit. So let me just flip it upside down so guys can see what's in this product. So the product comes pretty well packaged. There's a little protection plastic that will go on top of the head unit. We will, if I can find the end here. As you guys can see, this was not practiced before. This is a brand new product that I went downstairs and I borrowed from the shipping department.
Don't tell them.
So Head unit, as you guys can see, comes with the cage, standard mounting. You guys will see the screen here, but let's not focus too much on the screen because we'll give you a product demo. But a couple of features here, you'll see all your plugs and connections. You see all of your inputs at the back. So you have your subwoofer output, you have your front and rear output, you have 2 video input and 2 video output as well. So you can connect to an external screen. As Steve was mentioning, this is a DVD unit, so you'll be able to watch DVD not while driving on the screen, and if you connect it to an external screen, you'll be able to connect it to see it there as well.
And full HD.
Thank you for the correction. We do have 2 USB connection, one in the back that you need to wire, and we have one very conveniently situated here in the front, which makes it a lot easier if you need to connect your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So this is the 6605. We do have one on the workbench there that we can show you. So let me get myself out of the picture so you guys can get a clearer picture of the image here. So as you guys can see, head unit looks very good. The screen is good. Hopefully the image is good. You are able to access all the different menus. This is the home page. So swipe right, you can access setting or your front camera if you have one. At the bottom right here, what you see is a little screen icon. If you tap on it, it goes dark. So if you're going to the drive-in, movie, whatever, you don't want to be distracted by the light, you can turn it off. Little gear here is all of your settings where you can adjust pretty much everything. Let's go back in the main page. You can go radio, so you click here. You see all of your settings for your radio. Your presets are here for your station that you selected. You can change your band by clicking the button directly, or you can click directly here. It's going to go from FM to AM. We have a basic EQ available here where you can control your EQ, your fader, your balance. You can either touch anywhere on the radio to control it. You can click reset to send it back to center, or you can manually connect control it there. So we go back, reset. If you want to adjust your sound a little bit, you will click on EQ, where we have your standard choices of a preset EQ. So you have everything that you're used to, or you can do a custom EQ. This is my custom EQ, right? So don't judge me too much. So let's go back here. Let's go back to the main page. One thing that I want to show you guys about this that's very interesting. It's a feature I haven't seen much in other brands of radio. This has an external steering wheel control module input, but it also has a built-in steering wheel control module. If you have a vehicle that's resistor-based, so the basic steering wheel command, we have physical wires in the head unit for you to connect manually, and you can learn it and adjust it. So you will go into the settings, you will click General, and then you will go and select SWC. You'll enable the built-in, and then you will click here, and it's going to bring you all the features that it supports. So the way it works, once you connected your wires, you say, I want to learn volume up. You'll click volume up, you'll press the button on your steering wheel, you will learn it, and once you went through all of these options, you get saved, and away you go. So this is pretty handy if you don't want to have an external steering wheel module, but if you prefer to use your, whatever you're using, your Maestro, your pack, or whatever you use, it will work with it. This is Apple CarPlay, so I'm just going to connect my trusted iPhone 2 with Apple CarPlay. So as you guys can see, it will go directly to the last thing that I used, which was the map, and or you can do music and stuff like that. So this is an older phone, so maybe why you're seeing a little bit lag there, but it does Apple CarPlay and pretty much everything. So you can see, go back to the radio. You can also do USB streaming videos and also audio. Obviously, compact disc, DVD, and stuff like that, you can play with this, Bluetooth, aux in, and you can have access to your front cam. So this is pretty much it for our 6605. Let's go back to the studio so we can see.
I will mention also, just to finish, the 6605 has a WVGA screen. It's a 1024 by 600, so it's a very high resolution screen. This is the nicest one out of the category, pretty much the highest resolution on it. So moving forward, we have his little brother, the NA2300. This one is without CarPlay. Pretty much it has a CD DVD player as well, 6.2-inch screen. Pretty much all the same features as the 6605. It also has phone mirroring, for Android. So you can also mirror the phone instead of having the actual CarPlay and Android Auto. You can just plug in your phone, do the mirror image, and you can control your phone with the radio screen. It works very good. I tested it myself in the car, and of course the phone has to stay on, so it's a good thing it's plugged, so it doesn't get discharge. Also, yeah, that's pretty much it. Same features as the other one, 6605. You can also see on the market available NA3600M. This is also the little brother, 6.75 screen. It's a bit bigger. This one is made available for exclusive resellers in Canada. So moving forward, we'll go into the comparison chart. Pretty much, as you can see here, all the differences between the radios, specs, voltage outputs from the RCA pre-out, sub-voltage, audio video inputs, outputs, so everything is there.
If you don't mind, let me ask a question. On the technical side, what's the voltage pre-out?
It's 4 volts on all the models.
Oh, and the subwoofer one is?
3 volts.
Oh, that's not bad. And
Yeah.
it's a 50 times 4, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Exactly. So we'll move forward with the Mechless category. With this one has growth in popularity in the last years as well. A lot of people ditched out the CD and DVD for the media players. So in that category, we have the NAM 3510. This one is CarPlay, Android Auto, wired. It has a 7-inch screen. It's EVW, so it's extra wide viewing angle. It's a different technology than the WVGA. Also has an 800 by 480 resolution. High brightness, wide angle, capacitive screen. And I should mention all the doubled-in radios have a full glass capacitive, this one's hard to say, full capacitive glass touch panel. Got it, all right. Again, 4-volt pre-outs on this one. Wires, front and rear USB inputs, front and rear USB inputs. That's pretty much it for this one. This little brother, again, the NAM 1710, this one has all the same features without CarPlay, Android Auto. This one does phone mirroring for Android and iPhone as well. So this one has both options for the mirror link. It also depends on the model of phones. Sometimes there can be some slight issues, but it works on about 90% of the phones out there. Again, 4-volt pre-outs on this one. It has a built-in DSP time alignment, also as its big brother, the 3510, which is an interesting feature in the new era of time alignment DSP. So if you don't have that capable of it, you can also use the head unit to do that work for you, do that portion of work for you, right? All those models also have some RGB LEDs, so multicolor. Very nice, as you saw as the 6605. Very good looking radios. And the last one in the Mechless category, this one again is the little brother of the 1710, 1610. This one is also made available for exclusive resellers in Canada. It has pretty much the same specs as the 1710, just missing a couple of features. The DSP option featured, and voltage output is 2 volts instead of 4. All right, comparison chart. So you'll see here all the differences between those models. So again, the Mechless comes with jack, as Phil mentioned earlier. You have the jack input and the wired connection for the steering wheel control. So you have the two options, depending on what type of module you're using, if it's either a pack or if you have to do it wire to wire in a resistive car, you can do both. So you can manually program it and you're good to go.
And all of these are in stock, right?
Correct, 100%. All the models are in stock, ready to ship. We've been moving a lot of those boxes in the last year and a half.
And so I don't have to remember everything that I saw. Automob.ca, you'll see everything that's available to everybody. That's awesome. All right.
Exactly. We'll make those sheets available for you guys.
All right. So we're moving on to the single DIN category.
Correct.
I didn't think people were still installing a lot of single DINs, but they do.
I'll be honest, we had the same thoughts and we're quite surprised on the demand for the single DIN units. This one, especially the 921B, is kind of a hidden gem in the category, meaning we have a DVD player here, which can be used to different purposes. If it's in a car, an RV, it has video output. So this one is a CD DVD player, 4x50, Bluetooth receiver. Yeah, okay, got it. Sorry, I was waiting for the cue.
So like we did before, we got the product here. We're going to do a little unboxing to show you what the radio looks like so you guys can see the different features available. Once we're done with the unboxing, I will try not to make my tower of radio next to me fall by moving over and showing you guys on the display board. So as we were mentioning, 921, full of features. The box looks very good, explains pretty much all the different features that are available on it. So we'll explain all the inputs and the outputs, voltage. And let's take a look inside, right? So like I said, this is all stock. That is the first time I'm opening. I borrowed it from production earlier on. I don't know if they're going to be mad at me or anything, but
mentioning it, they're going to look for it.
Oh, crap. Yeah, but they can't hear me, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's just between us.
Perfect. So don't tell, right? So first thing that we get here is the little removal keys that you will get if you want to remove the trim piece around the head unit. So this goes here, just some screws, mounting screws on it. Obviously, you need an install guide and the PDF, or sorry, the document to get all the information. It's probably something that we will read for sure.
Yeah, all the installers read it.
Of course.
Okay, got it.
We got all the wiring, all the plugs that you would require. You got your jack for your steering wheel command. It also includes a remote where you can connect this and use it to control it. And let's take a look at the radio. So again, pretty well packaged, so it's protected. So let's take it out of the package. We don't need this one. So this is the front. We don't need to talk too much about it because I'm going to show you guys on the display board so you guys can see all the different colors and everything that it does. It comes with the mounting cage, obviously. Trim pieces is removable, of course. You have your steering wheel command input jack, your microphone input jack, because you can do hands-free calling on this. You got your video output, sub-in, and you got your
Sub-out.
So, yeah. Who would want to do sub-in? I don't know. So sub-out, right?
Gotcha.
And you have your RCAs there and your connection. So pretty standard looking head unit.
I will add, Phil, those RC outputs are 2 volts on this unit.
Okay.
Also has, as you mentioned, the RCA video output.
Okay.
The remote control, the detachable face, which is still a feature that.
Oh, I didn't show this.
There you go.
There you go. Detachable faceplate. So wait a minute. Did you mention that that's a DVD player?
Yeah, correct.
So in my RV on the weekend, if I wanted to, I could connect that to an external screen as well.
100%.
Play a DVD for the
yes.
kids in the back?
Yeah.
Really?
And believe me, we've been having a lot of inquiries for a single DVD player or a single DVD unit for those type of applications. again, I was quite surprised as the popularity of those units. And to be fair, works great.
So something to consider if you have customers with RV or other types of vehicle, if you want a CD, DVD, AM, FM player. So let's go to the display board. Hello. Let's go to the display board so I can show you guys the head unit that's powered on. So head unit is powered on. As you can see, colors looks beautiful. You got volume knob here. We have band here. If you want to select from your FM 1, 2, 3, then you go into your AM. So we got here this button where you can select the different features and for your input. So you got your aux in. Here you got your Bluetooth audio because you can stream from your phone directly to this. And then you will also do radio presets and stuff like that. You can connect something USB here by opening this trap door. So connect your USB stick there so you can have some music playing there and everything. So if you have the MP3s, you can plug it in and make it work. A couple of features. So if you wanted to adjust, let's say, the different color codes, if you wanted to make it match your dash in your car, you would go into the menu setting. So click the button here. So right now it's showing you that we're audio function. So we're going to go into the display. Then we want to select the color, and it's going to give you a couple of different options. The first one that we see here, it's a custom RGB where you can enter the color that you want, or you can change for a variable scan where it's going to automatically change color every, I think, 15 seconds, or you can pick a straight on color like red, pink, you can have purple, blue, cyan, to me that's green, and then another green, so 2 types of green. So you can select whatever fits your car. And if you don't get the proper color for the car that you have, you can always do, like we said before, you can do a custom RGB. I'm going to leave it to variable scan. I'm going to back out of this menu, and then we're going to go back into the feature. So we got our function audio. This is where you would set your preset EQ. So you still got all the preset EQs available to this. You can change it from your custom, flat, classic, so all of your preset EQ. So you can change the loudness, and you can change pretty much everything that you want. So let's go back into the menu. Let's go into clock. Obviously, you want to set the right time, so there's a feature for you to adjust it there. You can have your beep turn on and off, so every time you hit the button, you can make it turn on or off. You get to select what you want to do. So that's it. So this is our 921. Cool feature, like we were mentioning, it is a DVD player. It is a CD player. So you are able to connect it into your RV and make it play a DVD on your external screen. And the price is very good on this one. So what else do we got going on here, Steve? I see more product to be added to the table.
Correct. Well, moving forward in the single DIN DVD CD head units, we have the little brother, which is the NQ821B. This one has CD player only. It also has a 2-volt pre-out on it. So same features pretty much all around. The only difference, the major difference, is that it doesn't read DVDs. You can also, yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Yeah, there's not much to say. It's the only, there's one different feature. So the comparison chart here, you can see all the differences between the two, which is only the DVD player.
So if you don't need a DVD feature, go with this one, save a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Same features, same output, same everything.
Exactly.
Or it's available with the 921 with the built-in DVD.
Yes, price point is very close between the two. So you can use the NQ921 as an all-around unit that you can use only to read CDs, or you can use as well and stock it for if you have some potential customers to use the DVD player, depending on the application. If we move on with the single DIN category, we have now the Mechless head units, single DIN. The NQ921BE is pretty much in the same line as the 821 and 921, so they all have the same look. This one has a 2-line display, meaning that a 2-line display is pretty much the higher resolution and the most informative display on the radio, 3.4 inch. So it has, as you can see on the screen right now, the second layer of text on the screen gives you more, gives you the date, gives you the EQ going, gives you the Bluetooth connection. It's a very nice display, which is similar to the NQ821. They all have a multicolor RGB setting in the single DIN Mechless, 4 times 50 watts of power across the board. It has something that we're going to show you after, but it has the smartphone control app. Sweet. On all the single DIN models. So, smartphone control app.
So, the 921 and the 821 that we just covered come with a remote, and with the, you're telling me that I can also have an app on my smartphone?
Well, you know what? Let's.
Okay, sorry, I'm jumping the gun again. So, please continue.
But yes, there's an app on the iPhone, Android Auto, that we can use for all the models to control the radio.
We learn stuff new every day, right? All right,
sorry,
I'm interrupting you.
It's all good. Following the single DIN category, the Mechless NQ511B, this one is the entry-level model. It does have Bluetooth, it does have a mic, it does have RCA outputs, front and rear. So all the single DIN units have front-rear outputs. They also have Bluetooth and multicolor RGB settings. So that being said, any of those single DIN Mechless units, even the entry level, has all the features you need to use and all the features the customer really wants. They all have wired and jack steering wheel control input settings, so you can either or use it as using an interface module for the steering wheel controls, or wired as well. They all have a detachable face besides the 511 here. So this one has a fixed faceplate. So the reason why it's a bit less expensive than the two others. And yes, they all read high definition music, FLAC, MP3, WMA, and
Sure, that acronym, whatever.
this one.
Yeah.
The other one.
That one.
The last 3 ones.
Sure.
So
Let's move on to the next one.
They all do lossless music. NQ711B, a little brother of the 721, my bad. Again, pretty much all the same specs. The only difference is the voltage output, which is has 2 volts. Again, Bluetooth, the multicolor RGB settings. This one again is offered with our exclusive, with some exclusive Canadian retailers. So we will see them out there. And finishing with the comparison chart, so you can see here again all the differences between all the models as far as the screen, it's the display, voltage outputs for the pre-outs, remote controls. They all have a remote control included. I think that's an important feature because some models of radios don't have it and people ask for it. They're all included. And they all have a USB input in the front and a jack input in the front. So
Sweet.
it's very
3.5,
convenient.
yes, that's
Correct.
So like the other comp chart, this will be made available. So if you
Exactly.
forget about it or you
Yeah.
don't really see it very good, so it'll be available, or you can go on our website and find that information.
Correct.
So now I'm intrigued. You mentioned something about app control.
Okay.
I want you to show me, but let's I'm put you on the spot here. Let's see if we can make it work, okay? I'm gonna go back to the screen where I show my head unit. I haven't touched this head unit since I started talking about it.
Correct.
So let's bring in the app
So,
next to it.
so right now, as you can see, the unit is showing Bluetooth audio. I'm not sure if you can see it correctly on the screen, but the Bluetooth audio right now is moving from left to right, meaning that's what's selected. We can switch to radio. We can switch channels from the app, as you can see here.
And this is pretty fast.
Correct. So, hold on a second here. The joys of the live. Let me just reconnect the phone.
Oh,
Always happens. Tested 4 times, it works perfectly.
yeah. But we like to live dangerously,
And
right?
we're back live. All right. So as you can see, you can pretty much do anything from here. You can use the phone, you can use the app, control the RGB colors in here. So as you can see, I'm going to try to move it a bit slowly so you guys can see.
So when we were mentioning before the custom RGB, where on the radio it would have to go red, green, blue, and adjust by level, you can make it a lot easier using the app, correct?
Right here, you can do any color you want. You can even put it on automatic mode, so it's going to pretty much switch from, it's going to be how do you call it?
Auto mode is going to, change.
It's going to cycle all the colors, which is pretty cool. The radio settings, you can also access the EQ here, which is the treble, the bass.
Can I control volume?
You can also control the volume, Phil. You can control anything from here. Look at this.
So, all right, I got a good question.
Yes.
I hope you prepare for that one because you might not have an answer.
Look.
Let's say.
Look. This is great.
Ooh.
I like this app.
All right, so I'm back to my RV, right? Like.
Yes.
All right, so I'm playing a DVD. I got a nice, small 75-inch setup on the outside because I like to watch foosball, right?
Yeah.
So are you telling me I can put a DVD in there and be outside, control the volume, and also control my DVD?
Correct. You can see here it's not highlighted because there's no CD or DVD currently in the unit, but if there were one in, you would see the disc that would be highlighted. So you can even click on it, control fast forward, change chapters, play, pause, volume, switch to radio. You can do anything from here.
That's pretty cool.
No, it's a very nice app, honestly. It's a nice touch. And remember, those head units are very well priced. So it's even available on the entry-level unit, the 511B. So,
all right, I'm going to ask you a technical question here.
Yes.
How hard was it to make this work? Because we scripted it a bit because we have the 2 screens available, but how hard was it to make it work? Did you have to do anything special?
You only have to connect the Bluetooth from the phone to the radio. You download the app that's available when you scan it's available on the Android, the App Store. Thank you, Apple App Store and the Google Play. So you just download the app, install it on the phone, connect the Bluetooth on the radio, open the app, connect the unit, and you're good to go. So everything is very easy. The app is very responsive. So
if I'm already connected my Bluetooth because I'm using Bluetooth streaming and hands-free, the only thing else I have to do is download the app.
Correct.
And control it.
Yeah.
All right. It's pretty cool. It's fast. I like how easy it is and gives you pretty much control over.
It's a very nice touch, to be honest.
Everything.
It's and especially since it's a single DIN unit, sometimes they all have the same pretty much layout across all companies. So just the fact of having an app to control everything gives you a bit of an extra touch and make it more user convenient for everyone.
All
okay.
Right. So what else do we got going on here? Sorry, I switched back to this camera so you guys can see the tower product I got next to me. Hopefully I won't hit it and make it fall.
Guys, first of all, thank you for preparing for this presentation. Obviously, you put some work into this, and you definitely got your message across. I have a couple of questions before we dive into full discussion, just real fresh since I just watched what you guys did. On the single DIN unit, the DVD player model, you mentioned you can have control from the app for the video playback.
Correct.
Does it also work if I wanted to play video from my USB stick?
I do believe it works for the video on the USB stick, yes.
All right, so I could download content like a movies or whatever onto a USB stick, put it in the front panel or the back because it's got 2 USBs, and be able to output video from the unit through HDMI to whatever screen I'm going to, and be able to control that with the app.
Yes.
I think that's pretty slick. Like that's a pretty slick feature, and Steve, you nailed it on the head. When you have entry-level models that are especially singled in, you've literally enhanced, doubled, tripled, depending on the phone you have, your GUI experience with surface area just by using your phone. You know what I mean? So picture you have the DIN there, and then you have your phone next to it. I mean, you've just totally double, tripled that interface
And
surface area.
keep in mind, you still got...
You also have a
and you have the hard remote.
If you're
and
old
you have
school.
the hard remote.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I missed it, but I'm going to ask you anyways. Was there a model that had wireless CarPlay Android Auto?
That's a very good question. Can I answer that one?
Go for it.
All right. I'm going to spill a lot of secrets now. Currently, in the actual lineup that we have here, we don't have one available. We are in the final testing of a new model that will include wireless CarPlay. So the answer is yes, we will have one.
We will have.
Awesome.
We will have wireless CarPlay.
Right.
I've got more questions for you, so get ready. So another thing that I've seen when I saw that app, and I thought that was a really nice touch. What about a Marinized version for boat users and stuff like that they can control with their app? When they're on the beach or whatever they're playing from is that something that you guys may be thinking about?
Yes. In the past, Nakamichi offered some marine products, marine head units. Right now, I know there's some things in the works. We can say much more about it at the moment, but yes, it's something we'd look into it because it's a very nice feature.
Okay, so that was just my wish list out of left field, but now I have a very specific question because, Phil kind of answered it, and with his experience, he should be able to answer this question. What about enhanced integration features like Maestro, for example?
So this is a very good question, and because we are Nakamichi Canada, we are the company, we are able to make a lot of good suggestions to implement a lot of new stuff in the upcoming model radios. And the full integration with Maestro is something that was asked a lot. We are currently in the process of working with the engineering team and with ID-Link or ADS to implement that very shortly. Very shortly is eventually, but we are in the process of doing that. There's a lot of work behind that, but right now we're starting with all of the different radio that we have in stock right now to make sure that whatever you flash your SW or whatever ID-Link module that you have, you can use it right out of the gate. Select the model, select the head unit, and it will work directly when you plug it in. So we are working now. It's not 100% done. It's a work in progress. It's getting better every day, every week. We're getting good feedbacks from our dealers on that aspect.
Well, that's a perfect segue. So let's circle back to the right now. These last 2 years, tons of dealers have got their hands on the product, installed it, used it. What is some of the feedback that you've heard from the dealers? I'll start with you, Steve.
Well, first is the look. It's the classic Japanese look, especially for those single-DIN units. Nakamichi always up to their standards. And all the models that we presented to you pretty much are all included. They cover all the features required for your customers. From the CarPlay to 4-volt outputs for the audio enthusiast. They all have a subwoofer control on the double DIN units. Single DIN, we have the app. Dealers have installed it. The price point is very good on those single DIN units. We worked hard to make sure that we were very competitive in the market right now. You mentioned in the beginning the fact that COVID happened, the timing, the fact that we had a lot of product in that time, and transition and adding more and more products. It was an ongoing thing, right? So it did help a lot. It brought back a lot of nostalgic and older people back, with the Nakamichi product. Overall the name is still very well represented.
And I do want to say, first of all, let's get this out of the way. Everything we presented today is in stock. Call Automob, you can order. So let's get that out of the way. Absolutely. You like it, call them, get it. Okay, great. There's a couple of things I want to touch on here. Number one, I think there's some great features. Number two, it's incredible value. You're getting a lot for the money. Guys, take a look at the price list. You'd be like, wow, okay, you might be pretty impressed. The packaging is nice. And maybe the most important is the fact that there is a certain legacy with that brand, that with the right design, with the right marketing, with the right promotion, could bring it back to its former glory. And I think that's very interesting versus if you're comparing to a brand that nobody's heard of, or you're comparing to a brand that may be, more associated to more entry level stuff. This is a brand that you could definitely grow with, right? And it's going to be very interesting to see the development of the perception of this brand as we move forward, especially with great products like you guys are coming out with. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I don't pick at you a little bit. You mentioned a great offering in the single DIN. I will agree. You mentioned a great offering in the double DIN. I will agree. You mentioned working on really clutch features like Maestro.
I see where
you talked about wireless. Okay, you're working on it. But anybody who's doing head units right now knows where the trend is going. And I did not see that in the presentation. Well, let's talk about floating screens for a second. Because I've been to the website.
I thought he was about to mention Sirius.
No, I was going to. That was I had two parts to this. So the first part is I'm at the website, and the first thing I see these models that you mentioned in the beginning of the show, all, international. But really, the trend, a lot of the companies are coming out with these floating screens, and they're kind of popular. You see it in car design. That's part one. And the other part, you want to be legit. Let's be honest. SiriusXM kind of makes you legit. So now I'm going to pass you the mic. What do you have to say about these 2 points?
I'll start off with Sirius. We've been having discussions with them in this year especially, and we've been requesting it for a couple of months, even since last year. It was something that people wanted, at least an option in the radio with the SiriusXM input. It's being currently engineered. It's being in the process right now.
Okay, so it's something you're thinking about. I understand.
There's no ETA right now, but I can tell you that we will have SiriusXM implemented on the the next generation of.
Interesting. Where did Phil go? I'm sorry. I'm trying to pay attention to Steve, but I see Phil sneaking away.
He did it. Okay, he did it.
All right. The boss is going to get mad at me, but
listen.
But we like it.
No
what do you got there, Phil? What do you got there, Phil?
Ben, this has to stay between us three, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I can't really keep that promise, but
we trust in Ben.
All right. So, is it something like this that you were?
You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, I don't think I'm the only one that would say that is certainly along the lines of what's very popular right now and what's kind of trending. There are customers walking into stores asking for, floating units. What are we looking at here? Is this because that doesn't look like a prototype. That looks like a working model.
All right.
Well,
let's do something else.
Hold on. It is pre-production, so I will say technically it is a sample. Should I say
what size is that? First of all, I need the reference.
It is a 10.1 floating screen, high resolution. The quality of the image, we've been running it in test car for 4 months. And honestly, this unit is just amazing. As you can see, the development put into it, the adjustments, it's different than what's offered right now with other brands. It gives you full flexibility as far as adjustments.
Yeah, this is the part that me as a tech like. This is metal, fully adjustable, so you can raise it up. You can you just go up or down.
It is very sturdy, so
and
this thing won't budge.
You can adjust the viewing angle to make it fit.
Oh, you can go left, right like that. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can go left, right. You can go up and down. Locking mechanism in the head unit, as you can see. This is single DIN chassis, a little bit shorter length. You got all your traditional input and output power connection, and you got your USB there.
And it does wireless CarPlay.
Ah.
So you see a little antenna in the back. So it's going to do wireless CarPlay, Android Auto.
So installation is very easy. It is very, 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 very sturdy.
It looks very clean. The design is very modern, low profile.
You know what? Let's look it up. Let's show Ben how it looks.
Oh, okay. You guys are sneaky. I love this. This is great.
We are kind of sneaky. So.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So it's going to boot up a bit here. This is like Steve was saying. This is our tester unit. So this is our sample. It's not the 100% finish, but it's something that allows us to test it and see.
Totally different interface.
Oh no, you'll see. It will look very, very familiar. Remember the 6605?
Mm-hmm.
So very, very familiar. So you will be able to access everything. Right now it says Apple CarPlay because it has wireless, but I don't have a phone connected to it. And you can access all the different menus and options. It works very, very, very good. You can go all the same different settings that you would do. You can do your date, sound. So the interface is very, very intuitive, and it looks very familiar if you're comparing to what you are seeing in the current line.
So this one here is in production. It should be available, finalized. Look, this is a slippery slope. I would say mid Q4 this year.
Oh, this is happening this year.
So we're going to cross our fingers that, we've been through hell with delays, shipping, everything else in the last years. So hopefully...
Steve, we have a viewer that's asking a question. His name is Michael Berger. He'd like to know, what is the retail going to be on this unit?
There will be a retail price, yes.
Yeah.
There will be a retail price. That's your answer, Mike. You're not getting more right now. All right. Sounds good. Love it. That's exactly.
We'll make sure to let Michael Berger know about the.
We'll make sure we keep him in the loop. You can sign up to be a dealer there, Mike.
Yes, I know someone.
You know somebody. Guys, this is great news. Congratulations. This is exactly what people want. Between the wireless and the higher res and the floating screen.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's going to be different size options. We don't need all that information right now. We will circle back once you actually have the product, and then we can go through it all in all the great details.
I'll mention.
Something else?
I'll mention this bad boy will be part of a new lineup, which are going to be called the NA3625. So there's going to be 3 options in that category. 3625 CD DVD player again, a Mechless wireless 7-inch screen, a doubled in, and then this bad boy. So
a couple of models with wireless.
All of that series will be wireless CarPlay, right?
Correct. Besides the DVD player. That's it.
Isn't that great?
There we go. It's coming. It's coming fast. All right. So let's give the people the information they need to know. If you're curious and you want to see, all the different pictures and everything, the specs, get to nakamichicaraudio.com. That is the official website for Nakamichi Car Audio. And if you're in Canada and you're like, yep, I need me some of this. These guys got me interested. Go ahead, connect with the team at Automob, Automobility, automob.ca, and we'll set you up as a Nakamichi dealer. Gentlemen, that was an awesome one. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the time, Ben. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was really good. Exciting stuff.
Let's not forget that what you will see, the product offering on nakamichicaraudio.com is slightly different to what's available in Canada. We have a special Canadian offering. So double check.
Cross-reference. Watch this video, freeze frame it, open another window, look at the website, compare, do what you need to do. Thanks, guys.
Maybe not that complicated.
Or just call Automob and they'll figure it out. Thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Ben.
All right.
Take care.
Bye, Ben.
That was Nakamichi, courtesy of Automobility. Some really cool lineup. I mean, again, timing sometimes is what it is. I think there's a lot of potential with that line. Some great features, all value packed. And certainly we appreciate them unveiling some secrets coming down the pipe from Nakamichi right here on CMA Networks. All right. We have a huge contest, fellas. I mean, seriously, this is probably the biggest contest that I can remember from recent history. We're talking about, of course, the Ultimate Fab Experience giveaway being presented by us, CMA Networks, and, MasterTech Expo in collaboration with 5-Axis Innovations and SiriusXM. You could win an all-inclusive trip to MasterTech Expo 2023 in Mesa, Arizona. Includes flights, meals, hotels, and registration for something that may be game-changing for you. It's free to sign up. There's no cash value. And all you got to do is head over to cmanetworks.com/giveaway, sign up, as we'll be drawing a winner right here on CMA Networks during our roundtable on November 23rd. Now, while you're there, on our website, that is, check out all the other videos we've done. Automob's got an incredible playlist. We've done so many different videos that'll help you understand all the great products that they offer. cmanetworks.com. That's it for this CMA Showcase presented by SiriusXM. I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
topics. I mean, yeah, let's talk about
Stop
today's the day where I'm gonna go
Yo.
topics.
Roll it down. I am.
You don't need a car to listen to SiriusXM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on SiriusXM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?